Hello, welcome back to days 4 through 6 of starting a new Animal Crossing island. I do have a handful of goals for today, and that is to make money. I desperately need stronger tools. I have a bunch of stuff I need to donate to the museum, and then we are going to meet a handful of new people on this island. We're going to meet Daisy May, Red, and Harvey, so I would like to buy some turnips, visit Red and buy some art, and then also prep for the campsite by making some decorations. Now, I'm going to be completely honest, I have a complicated relationship with Daisy May. I want to be good at the stock market, but I am not, and it stresses me out so much. And also the nose drip. I don't love the nose strip, the way it swings. I just don't like it. Also, I have done like a whopping 2 minutes of research on this, but part of me really wishes that Daisy May would sell like rhubarb or celery or something like that because it's a stalk. And that would be really cute. But alas, let me know if you think technically turnips count as a stalk and I'm just completely wrong. So in the last episode, we had put down 3 plots, but we only found one, which was Norma, and she is so stinking cute. So we need to go meet the other 2 villagers, and the first one, oh my gosh, Annabelle is so stinking cute. So absolutely thrilled with that one. But I'm not gonna lie, I did not love that owl autofilled. He's just not quite my vibe. So it's fine, but I wouldn't mind if he moved off the island. 3 Animal Crossing content creators that I'm currently obsessed with right now are Ardenight, Kailey Games, and Pupplyn. Pupplyn is currently uploading every single day, doing a 30-day island that is swamp and fairy core themed, so it's like pink and green, and I am so obsessed. But I am always looking for more Animal Crossing content creators, so please comment down below who your favorites are. So when I went to visit Red, I got super excited because one of my all-time favorite paintings is Ophelia by Sir John Everett Mallet, and I just knew that that was going to be the one to purchase. I didn't even really want to look at anything else, so we bought it and it's going to be in our museum, and I am so happy. So here was my failure of the day. I popped a balloon, but it was right over all of these insects, and when the present fell, it just disappeared. And I was really sad about it. Moving on, day 5, I have to be completely honest, I didn't do a whole lot today other than absolutely annihilating Annabelle by hitting her with my shovel. My bad, girly pop. But she did give us this floating biome planter, which I love, so that makes me super happy. And I kind of decided that I want to do a little garden vibe over here on this like little middle part of my island, so putting down some goods there. But today we kind of bebop. We don't really do a whole lot. We buy some stuff, but that's like really it. It was a pretty quick day. I so desperately wish that you could have heard the scream that I scrumped seeing that Leaf is here. My boy is here and it is time to sell some weeds. I'm so freaking excited. So goals for today: sell some weeds, buy potatoes, attend the customization workshop, build my campsite, and also purchase an incline. I love Leaf so much. First off, perfect name. Second, freaking adorable. Third, he loves plants. It's just so cute. So I do have like a handful of daily activities that I do that I generally cut from the videos, and that's like trying to find the message in a bottle on the beach for a DIY, digging up all of my fossils, and then also going into the different villagers' houses to find their DIY. So I walked in this house, saw that it was Owl, and immediately turned around and left. I was like, nah, I'm good, thanks. I don't really want to talk to you today. But I'm not gonna lie, I was really sad because he had a gift for me, and it was like actually a really good gift. And I kind of resented that a little bit because like I don't want to like him. Then he gave me a good gift, so I mean, at least he's working for it. This is so cottagecore. And I resent it. I've had this idea for a couple of weeks now, but it wasn't until I was editing the last video where I talked about naming our island Oakwald based off of the Oakwald forest in Throne of Glass. And this idea has taken life in my brain, and I just want to see if this is something that y'all could potentially be interested in. It wouldn't be for this island, it would just be for future series, but I do think it could be a lot of fun to design islands based off of different books. And so going off of the Throne of Glass theme, like you could have Adarlan and the Glass Castle, you could have Terrasen, the Wastes could be witch themed and based off of the 13. You could then have like the Assassin's Keep where Arobin stays. You could have the Southern Continent and like the Torre Sesme, which would be like very desert vibed. You could also have Skulls Bay and it would kind of be like piratey. But I also thought it could be absolutely hilarious to have like a circus area for Lorcan. Like, it just absolutely cracked me up. But then you could also get villagers like a wolf for Fenris, a bird for Rowan, a cat for Lysandra, and a dog for Fleetfoot. So anyway, I just have had so much fun thinking about different books that you could also do for it. So ACOTAR and doing the different courts. You could do Stephanie Garber's series, so Caraval and Once Upon a Broken Heart, and kind of do that like whimsical vibe. My all-time favorite series is An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir, and I think that that could be just such a fun, creative island. Fourth Wing, you could do kind of like a castle vibe for Bisgayeth, and then I've seen people do like the Easter eggs to make dragon eggs, and I just thought that that was really fun and creative, and so that could be kind of a way to like incorporate the dragons into it. I saw yesterday that there's a character who's a red squirrel named Poppy, and that immediately made me think of From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout, so that could be interesting. And then I know that other people have done this, but like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and so anyway, I just have had more fun kind of writing down ideas, but I would love to hear from you if it's something that you would be interested in me trying, or if you have ideas for what books it could be. I just think the ideas could be endless and it could be an absolute blast. I do think that it would be really hard to do those things by just playing the game normally, and I've never been to a treasure island before, but I think that might be the only way to kind of collect everything that we would need to have to build this island. So I would have to do a little bit of research on that, but just let me know what you think of this idea, and if you're for it or if you're like, girl, no, like don't even try. But I don't know, we'll see, it could be fun. But anyway, back to the actual video. I am setting up my campsite area, and so far I'm really happy with the way that it's turning out. This little valley in like the very back of my island, I thought it could kind of be a fun space. Usually my campsite is a lot smaller than what I'm doing here, so everything does feel maybe a little bit separated. So that might be something that I end up tweaking later, but I do really like its placement, so that's good. So I mentioned this a little bit in the last video, and I have to be honest, I was a little bit nervous because any other time that I had ever done like gaming content, it was always long form, no commentary, minimal editing, and for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And so I just didn't really know how just trying something new was gonna go. But I just have to say, I am so grateful because everyone was so kind and left the kindest, sweetest comments. So if you are new to this channel from that video, I am just gonna do like a little introduction of myself and give you a little bit of backstory. So you've probably questioned like, why do you keep talking about books so much? So in 2020, my best friend and I started a podcast called the Bibliovert Podcast, where we do book reviews, and it has been so much fun. We absolutely love it. We primarily read like rom-coms and fantasy and those kinds of books, and it has just been an absolute blast, and have met some of the most delightful humans in the world through it. And then a couple of years ago, I started a YouTube channel called The Bibliovert, and again, it was just mainly bookish and, you know, talking about books that I've been enjoying or going book shopping, that kind of content. But another one of my hobbies is playing video games, and I love watching gaming content, whether I just like have it going in the background while I do things, or even if it's when I'm playing and I can watch other people play, whether it's with commentary or not. I watch so many other people play, whether that is Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing. So I decided to just kind of have a place to like dump a bunch of gaming content where I don't have to talk. And it's been really fun, but I just didn't really quite know what to do with it. And so when I started playing Animal Crossing again, I was like, I think I could do this. And I will say the hardest part has been doing the commentary aspect of it, which I didn't think would be a problem since I have a podcast. Like, I know how to talk. Like, I can yap. But anyway, so it's been kind of interesting. But all that to say, I hope that kind of helps it make a little bit more sense of where all of the book inspiration comes from. I figured doing a little introduction for those that may be new here and giving you an idea of who I am. But yeah, so that's where the Bibliovert Games comes from. Bibliovert podcast, Bibliovert channel. We have a theme. I'm not very creative, but that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you have any tips or tricks or things that you want to see in these videos, please just leave a comment down below and let me know what you would like to see. But I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.